students. Today we are going to do chapter 12, The Bishop's Candlesticks. The Bishop's Candlesticks by Norman MacDonald is a very popular play based on the theme that love and kindness can change a man rather than violence. The play is about a convict who was arrested because he stole food for his starving and dying wife. He was put in jail where he was tortured and treated like an animal. He ran away from the hell and broke into the bishop's house. The bishop represented all the noble Christian virtues and gave clothes and bed to the convict. The bishop's kind behavior softened the convict a little, but he could not contain himself from stealing his silver candlesticks. He was captured and brought back. The bishop once again saved him by telling the police that those candlesticks were a gift from him. The act of the bishop transformed the convict. He now believed that the Spirit of God dwells in the heart of every human being. We are now going to understand the various characters that are there in this play. The main character being played by the bishop, and he has a sister whose name is Parzam. Then there is a convict, and later in the play come in the policeman as well as a sergeant who comes bringing the convict back who had stolen the silver candlesticks of the bishop. The scene opens in Bishop's cottage. The kitchen of the bishop's cottage in a French village at the beginning of the 19th century. Late one night, the bishop is sitting at his kitchen table reading by the candlelight. The candles are placed in two beautiful silver candlesticks which are in the center of the table. The scene, one that is there, that we are going to read today, opens in the cottage of the bishop and enters the convict with a knife. The convict is holding a knife to the throat of the bishop and tells him, "You scream and I will kill you." The bishop is very kind and generous. However, he does not retaliate and he tells to the convict, "My friend, please, why should I scream? Can I help you in some way?" The convict probably has been starving and is hungry, so he says, "Food. I'm starving. I haven't eaten for 3 days. And as we have seen that in the opening scene itself, the convict who has come in to the room of the bishop happens to hold a knife to his throat and tells him that if he screams, he is going to kill him. But the bishop really is very kind and he tells him, "Come, my friend, there is nothing to fear. My sister and I are alone in this house. Let me call her. She has the keys to the cupboard. As without those, I really cannot feed you." And the convict understands of the kindness that Bishop portrays. So he nods in the positive, and Bishop calls out for his sister. Presume, presume, presume comes in from her room. "Yes, brother." Bishop says, "There is a poor traveler here, hungry for a meal. Could you just come down and unlock the cupboard?" Presume says from her room, "At this time of the night? Are we now to lose our sleep for your charity cases too?" Bishop says, "Please, sister, he is hungry," and comes in Presume. Presume, in her soft voice, tells brother he looks like some wild animal. Convict says, "Hurry, or I will stab both of you and I will help myself." Presume happens to be really very, very scared and fearful, and that she says that as this person is looking wild, she also hands over the keys of the cupboard to her brother, the bishop. The bishop is very calm and a peaceful person. So he opens the cupboard and he tells to the convict, "Here, some cold pie, bread, and a drink. You already have a knife. Shall I bring you a fork?" The convict happens to speak and say, "No need. We use no forks in the prison." Presume says, "Prison?" She is really shocked to hear that word. But the convict is so hungry that he gobbles down the food like an animal and happens to converse with the bishop, asking him, "Why are your windows and doors left unlocked, old man? Oh, anybody could walk in." But the bishop says, "Well, that is precisely the idea, my son." Convict says, "Who are you?" The bishop then says, "I am a bishop. Till now, children, the convict did not know him, who he is. So he happens to ask this. And as the bishop says, "I am a bishop," convict happens to laugh and he says, "Oh, a man of God." Bishop says, Presame, you can go back to bed now. My friend here would be more comfortable speaking to me alone, I think. Convict says, laughing and mocking, saying the word God. Reluctantly, Persame leaves, and the convict says, Do you know what I am, old man? He actually means to us, the old man, about himself, saying, Do you know who I am, old man? Dear students, we are going to continue with this play in the next video and the next class. Thank you.